what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for my NECA action figure headstands, which you can see I have right here. Now I have been wanting to get these for a while, and these are for displaying like the alternate heads that are on your NECA figures, or I guess any other kind of figures, but I guess primarily like NECA, Now the ones I got, they actually came like I got them on sale like on I think Amazon. They gave me like a set of like 3 packs, so I actually have like a set of like 9 headstands, so I can do like 9 different like figures, with like the alternate heads. So that's a lot, I'm kind of excited about that, too as well. But on the back of it, it does give it a description. It says, looking for a neat way to display your action figures alternate head sculpts. These black plastic display stands come with a variety of connectors, making them compatible with the heads of most 6 to 8 inch size action figures. And each stand measures 3 inches tall and 3 per pack. Now, while I was actually in the process of doing this, I actually had to come up with a figure, the perfect figure to actually display my heads with, and I chose one, because it was one that had like this, the amount of heads, that's needed for like if you want to display like 3 different alternate heads, and that's why I actually chose this figure. But by the way, I also have like the NECA stands, like the regular ones, for just like displaying them, like the regular figures. And I also have the dynamic stand too as well. Now this I don't really use too much because it's only could be used with like one figure at a time, But I really do use these a lot. I have like my figures really on these a lot, So yeah, anyway, I'm going to just open this on up and get into it because I'm excited about having this, because now I can actually display my alternate heads like on the sides, so I think that's awesome, And another thing too, as you can see, this is how it actually looks too, like a close-up shot of it. As you can see like the actual stand, like the headstands themselves is like 3 per pack. Like you got 1, then you got 2, then 3. Then you actually have like these ball joint things. I forget what you call them, which can fit like different size heads, I believe. So I think that's kind of cool. And there's like the description on the back too. It shows like an image of how the head would look on the stand too, over here on this side. And there's a description. Okay, as you can see, this is what they are actually, how they look inside. And to think that the figure I actually chose for these is actually the Chucky figure, the NECA Ultimate Chucky figure. That was the figure actually I chose, to actually use for this, And as you can see, here's like the box that I have for it. And this is from NECA. And this is a superb figure too, by the way. This Chucky, if you're a fan of Chucky, I would definitely recommend picking this figure up, But this is the particular figure that I actually chose to actually use for like my headstand. So yeah, as you can see, this is the head that figure that I would actually choose to use with these, Now, and the thing odd about Chucky is about the same size as this, because the actual headstand itself is only like 3 inches, as you can see, It's only like 3.5 inches, almost 4, And the Chucky figure itself is about 4 inches, as you can see. It's like very close to that, Now you also have these two. Now this right here is actually pretty kind of heavy too. This actual the stand itself is actually kind of heavy. It feels like it got some weight to it, It feels like heavy, But you also have like these 4 peg things. Like I said, here's one. Because you can switch them out, I believe. Here's another one. Here's another one. And there's another one. You have like 4 different things, that you can use with this, to switch out, I think for like different types of like heads, if I'm not mistaken. Now, you actually have to unscrew this particular part right here off. At first it seemed kind of hard to do, but all you do is actually just if you look at it carefully, you just you just twist it like that, and it comes right on off. And you can see how that looks on the inside. So when you want to switch out like the peg things, you just take these off. Now this was the one that was actually on it, and as you can see, that's how it looks. So what I'm gonna do is actually just put this on it and try like a head. And I think you have to actually twist it on too. Yeah, once you twist it on, it's actually like locked, you know. So as you can see, here's the actual like. I think this is so awesome too. You know, it looks kind of scary, kind of gory if you're not careful. You know, being that you actually put your figures alternate here like on another stand. But I think it's cool. You know, you actually can do that. So as you can see, this is how it looks on the headstand. I got this check because this is the checkered face that I really use. What head that I really use for my my figure. You know, this is the one I always really have on him. Now I remember seeing like other people like videos where like, you know, and they were saying, you know, it'd be good to kind of use like, you know, well I know Spot did, the review Spot, I know he was saying it would be kind of cool like, you know, to actually put on the particular pad that you, for the head that you know you would use like a lot, you know, like for the one that you actually use a lot, you know. So I guess this head would probably be the one I would put like on a loose one. Now, I just realized that the Chucky figure, the kind of heads that this has, they're kind of like that, you know. So actually, these kind of pegs right here, you can still put them on there, you know. But I was noticing that mine was kind of like loose, you know. So what I would actually do is actually just use all like the ball ones, you know, like the ones that's kind of like rounded like this, because they'll fit perfectly, you know. As you can see, there's another alternate head for Chucky. So you have like 3 heads right there with 2 on the headstands and like the 1 on the figure itself. So I have 1 more head. And as you can see, here's the last headstand. So what I do is actually just leave this particular one, because these are actually perfect for the Chucky's head the way they are made, you know. Now I believe other figures, you know, will probably have different types, you know, where you can actually put them on there. And as you can see, like the size of the Chucky's like head underneath, it is perfect for this right here, you know. So you just push it on in. Okay, as you can see, there's the 3 alternate heads for Chucky, you know. And like I say, they were actually, the way Chucky's head is actually made, you know, they were actually perfect for that, you know. So actually, when you think about it, and I actually have more, I actually could have put this head on the stand too, you know. I have like 4 heads, you know, but that is the ones mainly for that, you know. Now another thing, there actually is like a smaller one of these that's like that, similar to that right there. I can show it right now. If you notice, this one is actually smaller than that, as you can see. You see it? So this one actually was, I can actually still use this one, you know, and this is the one I think where you can actually have the head kind of loose, like it won't be tight. You can actually just pull the head from this bin that is so small. So I'm going to try to see if I can give an example. You can see this particular one right here, it's a little smaller than this right here. I'm going to give an example again. If you look closer, they're a little smaller. See, like this one is actually like smaller than that one, like a little smaller, like the thickness of it. So it actually gives you like, say like this is the one I was talking about, it's like thin. If I actually put this head on her, you see it has like a loose type feel to it. Like I actually just pull like Chucky's head off. I ain't gotta force it, you know. So this is probably the one I would really use with my Chucky figure, you know. But at the same time, it's so loose that it can actually be like knocked over. Cause you see how easily I can pull it off. And of course, you know, these kind of tight right here, like the thick ones. Now, like I said, what I do is actually give them a demonstration of these. And I'm sure these probably will fit Chucky too, but I think these are for like smaller type necks, you know. Now, I chose to use my ultimate Leatherface figure, you know, from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And this is from NECA. Another superb figure, you know. Because the way Leatherface head is underneath, it actually can fit like a thin one like this, you know. So what I do is actually put his head on it to give a demonstration of it. Actually, what I do is actually put on this alternate head, like Leatherface's alternate head, which is this one right here, you know, like the Leatherface. I go and just put this on right here. Because as you can see, like underneath, the hole is like so small that it would definitely fit this right here, you know. Now I tried using like other figures that I think would be like perfect for these, but I don't think I didn't go through all my figures, but the ones I had I didn't, you know. Now I can say these can actually go on the stand, but check your head to be like swinging like and stuff, you know. So I don't think it's really for that particular type of head. Like other NECA figures, I'm sure it'll be pretty good for you, you know. Okay, there's my review for the NECA action figure headstands. I would definitely recommend picking these up, you know, because, you know, it's always awesome to be able to actually have your figure, you know, and be able to actually display like its alternate head, like on the side. I know it's kind of gruesome and stuff, but it still could be like a beautiful like thing, you know, having like the alternate head like on the stand, you know, like I guess like an alternate mask, you know, or whatever, you know. I think that I would definitely recommend picking these up. And again, these are for 6" to 8" type figures, you know. And I just chose to use the Chucky figure, Ultimate Chucky figure from NECA. Superb figure, by the way, because it has like 3 alternate heads, you know. So I had like 3 stands I could put the heads on, you know, which would display all of them, you know. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking this up. And this is the NECA action figure headstands. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.